Hey, how's it going, everybody? Sarasota Tim. Got my Sunday go to meeting on. All dry clean, my vest, my slacks. Looking good, smelling good, and feeling good. Yeah, I only got a little 3-hour gig today, 20 bucks an hour, 60 bucks. So, anyway, I'm feeling really good, and the reason is Miss Tammy and I, we've been discussing some ideas and some things that are going to happen in the future, and it's very, very exciting. We're not going to discuss it too much right now. Oh, what a teaser, Baker. Why are you saying that? Then you don't tell us. Well, you know, nothing's etched in stone. Don't want to start talking about something and it never comes to fruition. But Lord willing, that's what I always say, you know, never boast about what you're going to do tomorrow when the Lord says, hey, you don't know what you're going to do. I'll do the telling of what's going to be doing. And that is what I'm trusting in. And boy, did I tell you it was hot today? Man, I ran out of that camper so fast and got in this truck to turn the air on. Thank goodness Toyotas have some of the best air conditionings. I mean, I don't know about a Corolla or whatever, but a 4Runner, I got my windows all tinted. She works good, and I'm really glad about that. You guys have asked me about making videos, you know, about the car business and how to buy one. And I would be happy to do that for you. The only problem is the way that you used to buy a car and did buy a car for years, decades, forever, is no longer the case. We are like over the barrel now. When you go in, they're claiming they don't have any, and if you don't want it, the guy behind you does. They're intentionally not making too many. They don't have about, 400 cars on the lot, and the next dealer has 400 cars also. It's just, I'll tell you what, if you don't have to buy one, I wouldn't buy one right now, or a house, or put money in the stock market. I really wouldn't. There's so many things that are getting ready to change and correct. RVs. There was a time I could have sold this truck for good money. There was a time, and maybe even today, but I don't know how. Who can afford the payments? If they had to go borrow the money from their bank, you know what the rate would be and the payments would be on this thing? The RVs, there was a point where I could have sold my little camper for what more than I paid for it. I don't know. But, it's kind of a good thing, because if you want to buy an RV now and maybe live in one or travel in one, I might want to get a bigger one. Then I need a bigger truck, so I guess I won't. I'm already kind of maxed out at what I can pull with my 4Runner. But it would be nice to have a really bigger camper, not an Albatross, but I have 16 feet. It's 21 and a half feet on the outside. Inside is 16 feet. So I would probably love 10 more feet, inside. And a slide makes a difference too, but that's a lot of weight. Those can give you problems if you don't buy one of the newer ones. And here's another thing. If you're looking for an RV, someone told me this about a year or so ago. Do not buy any RV that was built during the pandemic. They slung together those things. They couldn't get all the appliances and the refrigerators, the air conditioners, and the toilets, and all the different components that they had in stock prior to the pandemic. They were scrambling to get things anywhere they could. Coaches were sitting there unfinished for months, and then they finally just got some things in from other manufacturers, Mine has like it's a 2016, all the Dometic product. It was built when they were, hitting on all 8 cylinders. Mine works perfect. It's high quality. The 2020s, 2021s, all that. I see a lot of them for sale. I think a lot of people were, out of work, just doing, slop work. I heard all these things from this reputable, if there is a reputable RV salesman, and I would tend to believe it because there's a lot of them for sale. So buy yourself something pre-pandemic, or, I guess the inventory, the stock is coming in pretty good now. So maybe a current year model would be okay, like a 23. And then now we're going to go into another correction in the market. I don't know. So maybe a good old one is the best. But then if you buy one, if it's too old, these RV parks and campgrounds that are nice, they won't let you go in there. They're nothing older than 8 years or 5 years or 10 years, whatever it is. They have a cutoff. They don't want any junks in there. So be careful on that. But otherwise, I think an RV would be a great way to live. If you could buy a piece of land, or if you know somebody that has some land that can get you full hookups, I think there's people online that are offering it. So you can look, because the campgrounds right now are very expensive. You can't touch an RV park or a campground anywhere, for cheap. And there's not even anything like that in Palm Beach County. This is a metropolitan city. It's not like, I don't know, outside of Orlando where there's lots of RV parks, or Ocala, any of the smaller, country towns around. It's just, there's nothing here. There's a place called John Prince Park right over here, and I'll tell you what's going on there. For years, the Canadians have been reserving that place ever since they, I got to go in the store here. They've been reserving that place for the winter ever since, I can remember. It's the same people in the same spots every year. They book them a year ahead. Now, right now in the summertime, it's so hot that you can get in, but it's still expensive. And you can only stay for 5 months. They got all these rules and regulations about how long you can stay. Then I understand that after your 5 months, you got to reapply. So I don't know. It's damned if you do and damned if you don't. It's a tough world out there for sure. Don't buy. Save your money and be prepared when this market corrects, and it's going to in the coming months. The rest of this year, people will start to sense it, and they'll start to have faith in it, and they'll wait, and there'll be some opportunities. And then next year, 2024, at some point, we're all going to be able to crush it.